All right, welcome. Now let's do a couple of examples here. And what we're going to do is we're going to calculate the slope for each one of these points and then talk about it, okay? So let's do the first example here. So all we're going to do is apply the slope formula to each point, right? Now it doesn't matter which point you start with or which point is the first point and which point is the second point. As long as you do the subtraction in the numerator the same way that you do the subtraction in the denominator, you'll get the correct answer. Okay, so if we use this as the first point, then we're going to do y's first, right? So m, okay, it's going to be the change in the y. So it's going to be, let's do 5 minus negative 2. So 5 minus negative 2. Now, if we do 5 minus negative 2, then on the bottom we have to do 2 minus negative 3. So let's do 2 minus negative 3. Okay, that will make sure that we don't get the wrong sign. Okay, if you end up switching them, you'll get the same magnitude but the wrong sign. Okay, so now this equals what? This is going to be 5 minus a negative 2, which is the same as 5 plus 2. So that's going to give us 7. This is 2 minus a negative 3, which is the same as 2 plus 3, which is going to give us 5. So the slope of this line is 7/5. Okay, what about this one? Okay, let's do this. Let's do the other way, right? So let's do on the top y1 minus y2. Let's do this one. So 0 minus a negative 7. So 0 minus a negative 7. And then on the bottom, now we're going to do negative 5 halves minus 1. All right? And so what does this give us? Well, this gives us a plus 7. And this gives us what? This is going to be 2 over 2. We want to change it into halves. So negative 7 halves minus 2 halves is a negative 9 halves. And so this would equal what? We're going to multiply by the reciprocal of the bottom. And so this is going to give us negative 14 ninths. Right? And that is the slope. So here we got a positive slope. Here we got a negative slope. Now, what about here? Let's do the second example. Let's do these points. Okay, so again, let's just do the y's first. So 3 minus 3. Well, that's going to give us 0. And then we'll do 2 minus 4. And so this gives us 2 over negative 2, or excuse me, 0 over negative 2, right? And so what's the slope here? That's going to be 0. So we have a slope of 0. Okay. Now what about this one here? So here, let's do the same thing. M equals, now we're going to do the difference in the y. So let's do 1 minus 3. And then let's do 2 minus 2. And so here we're going to get negative 2 over 0. Now notice we got 0 in the denominator. Remember, this is undefined. Okay? So this is undefined slope. Okay? So you could get a positive slope, you could get a negative slope, you could get a slope of 0, and you could get an undefined slope. Now what we're going to do is in the next video we're going to talk about what these slopes mean as far as the graph. What does the graph of these lines typically look like? Okay? Okay, other than that, have a great day.